everybody, how's it going? It's been a while since I posted last. Yeah, lots happened. A lot. If you've watched some of those videos, but as some of you know, I've talked about being really sensitive to the heat. And one video I talked about having a tilt table test and all that. Well, I'm gonna talk about how living undiagnosed. When you don't know what's going on with your body, it's confusing, frustrating, anger out the wazoo sometimes, and it's like you feel stuck. And so, you know, when people ask me, or if I say I'm sensitive to the heat, that's pretty much all I say. Sometimes. I mean, other times I'd say I'm so sensitive I go into seizures. So, going through that, going through all these tests, I was finally diagnosed with POTS in October of last year. Took me a while to come on here and talk about it, but hey, talking about it now. Like going through the whole episodes and the anxiety and trying to how would I put it? Oh, like I would say convulsions instead of seizures, because in my mind it was like putting more of a positive spin on it instead of just admitting that they are seizures, but because I was confused. But then they're the same thing, so that's confusing still, but now I can say I have seizures. I have my notes here, so I'm looking at them. I don't want to forget anything. So let's see, it was 2020. Wonderful year. I went to give blood, and I don't know if I haven't. And I couldn't because my temperature had just went, oh, sorry. Oh, I took my Zoloft this morning, I promise. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, I went to give blood, and my temperature had just went up to 100.3, I think. Yeah. And they were like, you can't give blood because we can't check your temperature more than once. And I was down on myself. Like, you know, you think you know what to do, or go through the whole thing of like, I should have done better, or even after all those other episodes, I think that. And it's like, I knew what to do. Why didn't I do that? Sorry if this is all scrambling. My brain is everywhere today, but it's really hard when you don't know what's going on because people treat you differently. Well, some people. Like, I had instances where one big one last year where I ceased at work, and and I stood up and said, it's like I feel I need to set a boundary, and I'm not going to do this, or I even offered to do other things, other duties. And I was told, you have a job. It's part of your schedule. We want to make sure you can do your job, but we want you to be safe. I was told, also told after that your seizures aren't triggered by the heat. Yes, doctor. Where's your medical license? Sorry, a little anger slipped through there. Oh, calm. Drink of water. Okay. Then an incident happened where it was completely under control. Important people knew about it. And oh boy. And I was told, you did this, either resign or be terminated. No, there was no meeting. Nothing. And I was forced to sign a resignation letter that was already typed up for me. And my medical issue was used as an excuse to give me a clean break. I mean, they knew about my medical issue at the beginning of the school year. And then my schedule changed because they needed me outside. Desperately needed me outside. So, I signed that letter. And you feel like, maybe like you feel to yourself like you should have done better, or maybe if I did this or said that, or, but it happened for maybe a good reason, I guess. Because when I got in my car to go home, tears, I was, let out a few sobs, loud sobs, and I felt this weird sense of relief. Like I didn't realize how toxic the environment I was working in. But like at the same time, it was my job. My heart and soul. I loved being a paraprofessional. But it was part of God's plan. And I've become stronger through it. Just, how do I put, like, more anger, and then I have general anxiety, that went up, but my meds didn't change. It was just, I don't know, like you feel more confused, more angry, more frustrated. And so I went through that tilt table test. Then I had a 3-day EEG, which, if you watch that video, there's one I was taking out the EEG leads. That was fun. My head was sore for like 2 weeks. It was horrible. But everything was normal. And then when I got the diagnosis in October, it's like, yeah, I have POTS. Woo. Of course, I mean, there's some frustrations that go with it, whatever. But I'm working through it, and I've gotten better. I've gotten stronger. And I'm learning more about my body all the time. Like, oh man, like, I'm slacking today. So, I ate some crackers and drank some water. Yeah. But I've gotten back to this school routine somewhat. I've started subbing. And my mental health has gotten better, but I'm not quite all there yet. Like, it took me a while to get into the school routine somewhat because I wasn't mentally or physically ready. I was dealing with some other health issues that comes with POTS, which that'll be a video later on, I think. But for now, I still need therapy, but that will come later. I don't know when, but trying to figure out the whole, like, when, because it's March now, so warmer days are coming. I have to take salt tabs. Probably start taking those probably when it gets warmer. Of course, I live in Oklahoma, so that won't be too long. I've been taking them as needed so far, so. But I'll be drinking more water and probably having more snacks. I need to change my diet a little bit. I'll talk about that later in a video, but we're going to talk about POTS itself. Look at my notes here. Did I miss anything? Oh well. So, I have an appointment with my primary care physician, and actually, let's see, 15 days. It's during spring break. That way I don't have to take off or cancel any jobs or anything. But this is kind of a checkup to see how I'm doing. And then April, I'm going to have an appointment with my neurologist. We're going to talk about meds that will lower my heart rate. I'm not sure. I mean, I understand it, but like, will I pass out or will I cease anyway? I don't know. Usually, my heart rate's up. I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'll go in detail about that later, but I just figured I'd get on here and do a little life update. Sorry, it got a little hard talking about it, but I try to be organized, but you know what? Just go with it. Don't follow the notes. Really? But I've gotten back to painting. If you notice, me go back there in Beauty and the Beast. Not very good quality, but whatever. I am working on one over there. She's almost done. Ursula. She looks so beautiful. Anyway. Can't wait to hang her right up there above me. Right there. That's where she'll go. Hopefully in the next video. But, well, I forgot anything, I'll just, whatever, I don't care. Ask questions, I don't know. Anyway, well, I better let you go. Need to eat lunch. I'll have soup and a cheese stick. Sounds good. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day. Awesome sauce.